Johnny Dumbbell was good, fam.
Man, I was just in the middle of pouring my drink when you put us live. Let's do this. What the hell? I'm good.
Bruh. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready, Johnny.
All right.
Oh, it's Thursday night, Johnny. That means we're doing Bumble tonight.
All night long.
I mean, before we bring out look at the ladies. Let's just take a moment here to introduce ourselves. First of all, everybody watching, I want to say thank you. My name is William, and welcome to my channel. It's called William the Conqueror, where I can show you how to conquer the hearts and minds of these ladies around the world. But only if you first have the ability to conquer yourselves, gentlemen. I'm talking about self-discipline, and that truly measures the kind of man you are, the kind of discipline that you have in your life. Now, Johnny, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody tonight?
Shout out to Uncle Bill. Yeah, I'm Johnny Dumbbell. I'm a personal trainer and life coach out here in beautiful Pittsburgh, PA, where the Buccos just won another shutout. Hey, shout out to Paul Skeens. 6 scoreless innings. He only gave up 7 hits, and he was still mad at himself. Young men, this is what I'm talking about. No matter how good your performance is, what you can measure, you can improve. And Paul Skeens is going to be an all-star for life because he understands that. Anyway, I'm not here to share my successes. I'm here to share my failures. And, well, for the most part, especially when it comes to things like self-respect, self-confidence, self-improvement. By that, I mean physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, but also women in relationships, because let me tell you what, that can make you do some stupid things. And if you are thinking about doing one of those stupid things, and it sounds expensive, it sounds foolish, it sounds maybe a little bit sudden, maybe a little irrational, here's the thing, it probably is. But if you plan on doing it anyway, please do yourselves and us a favor. Leave it in the comments, shoot us an email, talk to us before you go and do it, because chances are one or both of us has done what you're thinking of doing and found out the hard way why you don't do that. Why you don't do that. In short, we are the uncles the entire family talks, but you can learn a lot from our screw-ups, and we've got a lot.
All right, nephews. Now, on Monday nights, we like to answer your questions, whatever they may be, dating related, manhood related, even if you need help with job interview stuff, we'll answer any of your questions. But nephews, on Thursday, your uncles here understand that teaching you how to conduct yourself as a man means teaching you how to conduct yourself around these ladies. So we're going to pull up my Bumble, my online dating profile, and we're going to go through some of the matches in the Youngstown area that Bumble just throws at me randomly. Now, nephew, I date a lot of women, and their ages vary, 20s, 30s, 40s. So that's what I have the Bumble set up for. Like, I think 23 to maybe 49. Now, some of these women I'm not going to be interested in, but your uncles here are still going to tell you how to get at these women, what they mean, what they're saying in their profile. And your best approach should be, should you be interested in that woman yourself? So without further ado, give me one moment here. Without further ado, give me one moment. Funny, right? And I'm going to bring up Bumble, Johnny.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to bring up my specs. Leave me alone, Danielle.
Shout out to Danielle. I like how she trolls you, buddy.
Yeah, I do, actually. If she didn't troll me, I think she didn't like me.
All right. Johnny, I got Emily G on my screen. Can you see her, bud?
I got to ask it like that. And no, I can't. Hold on. All right.
It's not the best picture. She's not in the corner. She's not centered. The lighting's not really good. I think it says in the background, Johnny, in hoes we trust.
Bless that bitch.
In 304s we trust. Algorithm. They don't like when we say hoes either. Yeah, that is definitely what it looks like.
Yeah. Hey, you ever trust the 304, Johnny?
When I was younger, I made that mistake several times, and that's one of the reasons that I'm here, because I see young men still making that mistake, no matter how many times you've been warned. But hey, now this time she's warning you. So be ready.
Now, hey, maybe Emily here likes the ladies, and I can't knock her. She likes some 304s herself.
No,
And
whatever.
hey, really, Johnny, I'm like a 608, bro. So, I'm not threatened by a 304 at all. All right. So, Emily, 23 in 304s we trust. Man, I feel like that really presents herself in a bad light, especially to somebody that wants to take her serious. She has a drink out. Look, I'm glad she's enjoying herself. I'm glad she's turning up. I'm glad she's showing a certain side of herself. But for somebody that's looking for more than just, a hookup to something casual, that's a bad look for her, I think.
Yeah, I mean, unless she's saying that because she's just trying to cast a wider net. The fact of the matter is that, hey, man, look, when I see this, if her goal was to just have some casual fun, I would believe that wholeheartedly, and I would say, hey, you know what? Let's do this. I don't know about in hoes we trust, but in hoes we have fun. Hey, why not? But
Okay.
that's not what she's saying, though.
Johnny, there's no bio here. And now I gotta tell you, I'm seeing some contradictory information because what's that say next to her being 5'7"? Johnny, it says she rarely drinks. But wait, we just saw
There's
her
more
in her hand. So I'm not liking this profile already, bro.
I mean, it seems like she's trying to use the picture to appear fun and use the very few hints that she gives us to appear conservative or wifeable, I guess that's the word I can think of. And we're not buying it.
I got to tell you, I've had this exact experience with women. Let me break this down for you. Okay. So when I first meet women that really attracted to me, especially sexually, we have a lot of fun. Woman's being a freak. I'm playing with her on camera. And then she really starts to like me. So now she wants to dial back from that because how am I going to ever take her seriously if I'm doing those kind of things to her? Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't like the vibes that I'm getting here, but I see this, how women often show a freaky side to them and then try to tone it down, dial it back once they see you as something more than a one night stand. Once they see you as boyfriend material, then they try to turn themselves into girlfriend material.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's what's going on here, but because I've had those experiences, I am able to read between the lines a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think that's kind of the law of averages on that one. Yeah, I would agree. Now, and ladies, by the way, before you start in on us, we didn't say a thing about body count. Remember, we still don't know what it is, and frankly, we don't care. The point is it's not the body count we care about, it's the behavior. Because sometimes that might be indicative of body count that we don't care about, but it can be indicative of the type of behavior that in a committed relationship, we're simply just not going to put up with.
All right, nephews, and let me break this down to you. Why body count doesn't matter because you can't measure it. It's not something that you can measure. Her interest in you, indicators of interest, you can measure those. But really, even asking her about her body count, it shows that you're insecure. I would never ask a woman about her body count. And nephews, let me tell you something else. A woman damn sure better not ask me about mine.
I don't think I could tell you. I couldn't even tell you an approximation of the body count of anybody I've dated in the last decade because I just never cared. I never asked. I didn't care.
Let's go on with Emily's profile and see what else she has to show us this evening, Johnny. Says to me, self-care is a fuzzy blanket, a big cup of coffee, and a book on the couch inside while it rains outside. Okay.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna say the same thing, except change the book to a video game. Yeah, I mean, I could do that on a crappy day.
But is that self-care to you?
I think it's relaxation. I wouldn't say it's self-care. See, when I hear self-care, I feel like for me, it's sitting in the sauna after a workout, which I don't always have time to do. In fact, I usually don't. Or for me, it's we have a massage parlor not too far from the gym. It's me getting a rub down after I did a tough workout or something like that. That's even though somebody else is doing the caring. I mean, I'm shelling out the money, so screw you. It's self-care. But that's what I think of it. You're treating yourself. You're getting yourself something that you can't do for yourself under normal circumstance. So yeah, I mean, I think that what she's describing sounds. And hey, maybe relaxation is therapeutic enough for her, so she views that as self-care. The point is, we get an idea of what she does when she's kicking back and relaxing, and so that does give us some information. Whether she misuses the term self-care, yeah, maybe not, but it does kind of give us an idea of what a laid back kind of zen person she is on days when it calls for relaxation. Excuse me, relaxation.
All right, nephews, let me tell you about what self care is to me. Now, you got to understand something. I love being here. I love telling you guys this stuff. I really love to empower you, nephews. Now, I can only empower you because I empower myself. How do you empower yourself, Uncle Bill? Well, I'm glad you asked, nephews. Self care. Now, to me, that's going to be my gym routine. That's going to be my fasting, my discipline in my diet. That's going to be the things that I do put into my body while that window is open, like the kombucha, the Himalayan Sheila Jit, the Irish sea moss, the beet juice. There's just so much that I put into me. Now, that's not all I do for self care. Look, I was going to break them out on one of the podcasts soon, Johnny, but I went and got myself a pair of white on white Air Force Ones. I love me some Air Force Ones, and I love fitted hats too. So I went and got a fitted hat to match the Air Force Ones, and I took them to a local artist out of Akron, and I said, I need some special ones made. And I had this woman create me crime scene ones, Johnny. I said, look, I want this hat and these shoes to look like the police just pulled me in a room and forensic investigators are coming in with evidence bags for my shoes. And bro, she did not disappoint. These things look amazing. I can't wait to wear them out. But all of that is self-care. That's positive energy I'm putting into me. I'm filling up my cup so I can come out here on Monday and Thursday nights and empower all of you. So
yeah, I mean,
it's very important, nephews. Do not underestimate it. And if you don't have time for it, cut out in your routine. Let us know in the comments. Drop us a message. We got you. We'll put you on how to do it. You just got to want to do it.
yeah, and I mean, building on that, remember something is that what you do for a living doesn't necessarily mean that's what you are, unless it's what you want it to be, what you are. Remember that you need a good, safe, and happy work-life balance. Uh, it really doesn't do you any good to spend all your time earning and none of your time enjoying. And some of us are playing catch up when it comes to that, and we're gonna have to be playing it for a little while longer. Shout out to Uncle Bill, man. He's been grinding every day and having a little bit of fun, but a lot of responsibility. And we've
So
got to
much.
be able to understand that there is going to be points in life like that. But remember, your job would replace you in a week if you keeled over and died tomorrow, because they would have to. Nothing personal, but they would have to. But the point I'm trying to make is somebody else could do what you do if they needed to. So take care of yourself. Remember, somebody else might be able to do your job, but no one else can be you. Remember that.
Well said, sir. Now, look, that's not the only positive energy things that I do for myself. Tomorrow, I'm live streaming another tattoo appointment, this time on TikTok. I'm getting dirty places across my abs, and I'm going to sit live for it from stencil to Sanoderm, just like I did with the throne on my arm. So that's what I got going on tomorrow, Johnny. An all-day tattoo appointment that'll be on TikTok.
Hey, man.
More positive energy I'm putting into me.
That's got to be a lot more exciting than my live workouts. I mean, hey, I can give you some instruction. Most of the time, if I'm filming my own workout, I don't say anything, and then I just keep it to myself. I don't post it.
Bro, I would love to come out to Pittsburgh and do a live workout with you. I would love for us to do a live, a session. We talked about doing some yoga too. We got to get together and do something, together.
I'll tell you what. When you get out here to Pittsburgh, you and I are going to get into a yoga class at my gym that is being held on the roof of a 14-story building in Market Square. I think you'll enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. By the way, guys, if you are interested in rooftop yoga here in downtown Pittsburgh, again, it's 14 stories up. You can see the entire downtown area from where you are. Shoot me a message or leave me a comment, and I'll send you the information as to when those classes take place and exactly where you would go to not only work out, but also where you can park and get your parking validated, which is huge here in Pittsburgh. But anyway, we digress.
Johnny Dumbbell, man. That's what's up. All right, let's see what else we got on our profile here, Johnny. Hotline bling. Okay, what makes a relationship great is loyalty, compassion, and fostering a safe environment to be a little silly. What do you think about that, Johnny?
Stop the cap.
All right, don't tell me I lost Johnny here. Oh, Johnny, you frozen, bud? All right, you back in now? I hope it's not me. All right, I'm gonna hop back over to this profile, Johnny. Okay, it says what makes a relationship great is loyalty, compassion, and fostering a safe environment to be a little silly. And I believe I was at.
Stop the cap.
Okay, compassion, fostering a safe environment to be silly. That should be like par for the course. Loyalty, I feel like love and loyalty are earned. That's not something that somebody should get right away. That comes with consistency over time. I'm a very loyal person, but I have been loyal to the wrong people in my life. So I'm making better choices about who I'm loyal to. I'm not changing who I am. I just been changing who I'm good to, fam. That's it. All right, let me see if Johnny's back yet. What's going on with the internet tonight, dog?
I don't know. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's the same as it normally is, but I don't know. I haven't really done anything differently, but
all right. So let's continue on here.
Yeah.
Okay. Essential to a successful first date is smoothies.
Stop the cap.
All right, let me stop you right there. Nephews.
Nope. And listen, I love smoothies, but
yeah, I love smoothies too. I go to Pulp all the time. I even have first dates at Pulp. But smoothies aren't what makes a date successful, nephews. You are being your genuine, authentic self, not trying to be like somebody else, not trying to be what you think your interpretation of what she wants you to be.
And she will know when you're faking that, by the way.
And let me tell you something else. When you are your genuine, authentic self and there is real chemistry there, that's what makes a date great. That's essential to a successful first date. It's chemistry. And you're never going to have that chemistry if you're not being your genuine, authentic self, nephews.
Yeah, I mean, I like the style. I like the way she dresses. I like her thickness. I think this is the kind of thing that this is one of those swipe left if you're looking for a commitment, swipe right if you're looking to have some fun.
Okay, well, she's a little young.
And honestly, the chances of either are not really all that great.
I'm good on having some young little chick crash out on me. So whatever, I'm gonna pass on this one. But look, like I was saying, we want to give the nephews the game on how to get at them.
Yeah.
So here's what I would do, nephews. Okay, it says she rarely drinks, but there are pictures of her drinking. Another picture of her drinking. Yeah, I would probably have her meet me at a bar. I mean, you could play it safe and go for coffee, but especially because she mentions the self-care being a big cup of coffee. So you could do a coffee date at like a mom and pop place. Don't take this woman to Starbucks. Have her meet you at a coffee place she's never heard of before that's kind of local to you, and give her a reason why to meet you there. Tell her how great the coffee is. Tell her how it's from Peru or wherever exotic. I'm not a coffee drinker, really. I'm a tea drinker because, I'm not even gonna get into that.
Listen.
But I prefer to drink tea, and I like to melt my little Himalayan Shilajit in it. So
my favorite coffee place in Pittsburgh, and it's the best coffee in the city, is at Nicholas Coffee and Tea Company in Market Square. And if I had to pick a favorite non-flavored coffee, I would have to say the Ethiopian Yirgacheffe. Look it up. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, sounds weird, but check it out. It's the best ever.
Johnny, this is exactly what I'm talking about, nephews. Get the game from Johnny Dumbbell right there. He knows the exact kind of little coffee that he was telling you. That's what you need to
I know
tell
what I
the
like.
woman. You got to tell her about the little Ethiopian blend of coffee that she is never going to have anywhere else, and turn your date with her into an experience.
And you know why? Because it sounds a hell of a lot better than saying, I don't know. What do you like?
All right, we're going to pass on this
Tell her
one,
what you like.
nephews. And let me hop back over here with Uncle Johnny, and we're going to preview the next profile. And do me a favor, nephews. If you got questions about these profiles, put it in the comments. I'm going to get, Johnny.
And look, if you don't want to do it publicly, if you don't want to do it publicly, shoot us an email. We got a Monday show for that, and I'll be glad to address those. Although, if you have a question for Monday night's show, I would get it in soon if I were you. I've already got 2 questions that I already know we're going to be on the show. So we're getting more viewers, Uncle Bill. And the nice thing is that means we're getting a lot more engagement. We're getting a lot more questions from our audience. And just want to say appreciate you guys. Love the fact that you're watching, and love the fact that you're intrigued enough to pick our brains a little bit on matters that we have definitely screwed up in the past.
I got our phone lines up and running, nephews. If any of you got questions about any of these profiles, call in. Or if you just think I'm capping, call in. We'll talk about that too, because chances are there's something you just need me to elaborate on. You just don't fully understand it. So just let me know in the comments or call in.
Yeah.
All right, let me preview this next profile real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Forgot to do that the last time.
All right. We can run with this one. Next up, nephews, we got Kana, 43, registered nurse.
Bless that bitch.
Johnny, you know I love nurses, bro.
Bruh.
Dude, you know what? I do too, and I know why, but algorithm.
All right, so Kana, 43, but Johnny, there's no bio. Yeah,
you would think somebody as educated, as intelligent, and as thorough as a nurse would at least have something to say.
All right, she's 5'3", and I like the women that are petite like that, 5'1", 5'2", 5'3". That's the right little height. She drinks socially. That tells me I'm going to ask her to meet me at a bar.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm having a whiskey while I'm talking to you online.
If I had to describe dating me in 3 words, it says intense, loyal, addictive.
Stop the cap.
Okay, that sounds kind of listen. From experience, that sounds scary.
Okay, well, here's this. She's telling on herself, Johnny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She is telling, her words are exposing her. Those are the kind of guys that get at her. They addictive. Look, nephews, you start running behind a woman, if she becomes your addiction, you're done for real. Just turn in your man card and just give up.
Well, now, see, here's a question that I would have. Because she's a medical professional, maybe she does distinguish one thing that a lot of people don't distinguish, and that's the difference between the word addictive and addicting. Because if she's addicting, that means that she's probably got a lot of guys get obsessed with her, following her on this net. If she's addictive, it means that she is susceptible to addiction, which is also dangerous because now not only is she not, it's the opposite end of the spectrum. On one end, if she's addicting, she's got a lot of guys to choose from. They're in her DMs stacked 10 deep. If she's addictive, that means that if you are the unfortunate soul that she decides to latch onto, there's a good chance she may end up stalking you, boiling your bunny, and you end up with 4 flat tires. I mean, so again, I know I'm talking about extremes at both ends here, but it's pretty much that and anywhere in between. So just think about that when you see wording like this.
Johnny, I love it when they stalk me like that. I can't even cap. So
yeah, it's because you never had to get the cops involved.
John, you know who you're talking to?
I'm just saying, I had to have a PFA on somebody once.
As many times as I have, bro. Cops are always involved. All right, enough about me. Let's get back to Kana here. Dating her is intense. I bet it is. This is why I keep telling you, nephews, I like dating nurses. She's wearing scrubs. She's probably for me. So
Yeah, there's something about the scrubs. I don't get what it is. It's like it's a rectangular article of clothing, but I love them.
Loyal. We'll see about that. That's for me to decide. Look, love
Stop
and
the
loyalty
cap.
are earned. I was just saying this on the last profile. Love and loyalty are earned through consistency and time, and they're not something that should be given away lightly, nephews.
No.
So okay, so I don't like that there was no bio, but this is telling me a little bit about her. She's not necessarily presenting herself poorly yet. The
No, I
quickest
don't.
way to my heart is tacos and someone who knows how to steal a bite and maybe a kiss.
Bless that bitch.
All right, that's cute. That's flirtatious. I like it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm having a drink with her at a bar next to her. Yeah, yeah. Let me just keep going here. I like this, Johnny. I think I'm swiping on her.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite quality in a person is actions over words, effort, loyalty, genuine intent, and consistency. Say what you mean what you say, and for the love of God, know what you want.
Bless that bitch.
Young men, that is something that we tell you. So there's one of two scenarios here. Either A, she gets it, or B, she gets what you want to hear. Depends on what level she's on when it comes to that kind of stuff. But one way or the other, she understands that there is a certain attraction that she's going to have to someone who not only assumes but asserts a leadership role in the situation.
All right, yeah, I'm swiping on her, bro.
Yeah,
Right,
I think it's a good thing. She's worth at least a conversation and a drink or three.
Yeah, nephews, Johnny Dumbbell is very goal oriented. If you're just tuning in, if you're just subscribing to our channels, Johnny sets goals. He even sets goals for me. He wants me to hit 3 profiles every week of women that I would like to at least have a drink with or a conversation with. So I'm going to do that with this one. We'll swipe on her, Johnny.
Do it. All right. That's one.
All right, let me preview the next profile.
I'm never going to get tired of that.
All right.
It's either that or here we go. I'm torn. I really am.
Nah, use Batman. I'm not torn.
Yeah, Batman is the shit. Yeah, all right, we'll use Batman.
All right, nephews. Next up, we got Marissa, 34, a senior compliance officer. Yawn.
Is it disturbing that her main photo is from a pretty good distance away?
Well, I know you, Johnny. You're gonna be like, who took the photo?
I don't care about who took the photo. If she only looks good from afar, she looks far from good.
Okay, so there's no bio, but I like on here that it says that she's sober.
Hey, man, I haven't had a drink in minutes.
All right, Johnny. It says, if I had to describe dating me in 3 words: exciting, random, funny.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 words to tell me what is so exciting about dating you. They use exciting, random, and funny as the 3 words.
I mean, I think that she's trying to hang a line out there for a conversation because I could see her wanting someone to ask her questions about each word just used. And if that's the case, okay, well, maybe we can exchange some messages. And if you manage to intrigue me in the first volley of 3-4 messages, maybe. But I really wish she would elaborate maybe a sentence apiece on each one. I would rather see that.
Quickest way to my heart is being able to have a good conversation and being a good travel partner.
Nobody got time for that.
Nephews, you should not be traveling with women you just meet. You have to have these women in your life for a while before you start traveling with them. And my first conversation is going to be, or my first question, and really the first conversation about traveling is going to be who's paying for the plane tickets.
And no matter who's paying for it, listen, people on vacations end up arguing, fighting, or something in some way, shape, or form.
Things
Now,
don't
I could not, I'm just saying early on, I wouldn't do that with anybody you don't know for sure you can stand for at least 72 hours. And that's just a long weekend. So, I
Yeah.
mean, remember, travel partners, there's people you can hang out with at their house for 2, 3 hours at a time, but that is not the same as a long weekend in Las Vegas. That is not the same as going to Atlantic City or the Jersey Shore for 3, 4, 5 days. I do think that gives you the first idea of what kind of a person it is, but you don't necessarily have to waste vacation money to figure that out, do you?
All right, let's see what else we have here. My simple pleasures are watching reality TV, shopping at Trader Joe's, a good workout session. I like that she had a workout session in
Bless
there.
that bitch.
I too love Trader Joe's. I do.
I don't even know what that is.
So imagine Aldi's, only slightly and not more bougie, but just more of a healthy and wider selection of foods, and they make everything in store, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
And no, they
Reality.
didn't pay me to say that. Although if they want to, they can. Somebody please sponsor me.
All right, hold on a second, Johnny.
I hope that becomes a clip.
I don't know. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, man. I think a
All right.
fist fight just erupted outside my apartment.
All right. All right, I'm not feeling Marissa. And I'm not saying there's much wrong with the profile. I'm saying there was nothing in it that really caught my attention.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's a pretty girl. I think she has a very nice smile. I like the curly hair, all that other stuff. What little she did give us was good, but yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not seeing enough to make me swipe right.
Well, I mean, I meet 100 of these women every week.
Yeah.
So,
And not that they're bad women, they're just not.
no, they're just not for me.
They're not the uniqueness we're looking for in our particular,
My
especially in your
program. They're
particular
not
life.
fitting my program.
No, right. That's the exact. Yep.
And you got nephews, you got to understand my
Nope.
program is tailored for me. My program wouldn't work for you. Your program will work for you. And if you don't have a program, let us know in the comments. Send Johnny Dumbbell an email. Get with us on that. We'll put you on. All right, I got to preview this. It says, oh, I wasn't sharing my screen. I was previewing it.
That's all right.
All right. No. All right. I can show this one. Wait. Nope. Wait. Yeah, that's probably her friend. That's not. All right, Johnny. Next up tonight, we got Christina, 45. It seems like I get a lot of women in their 40s lately, huh?
Yeah, I think that's just Bumble trying to keep us in our own age group.
Yeah, well, that's not where it's at.
Yeah, I know that. Trust me, I know that.
All right, Christina, 45. And there is no bio here.
I mean, I like the ink. It's not too much. It's tasteful,
Yeah, strategically located. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was talking to this woman who was.
It's not
just
like too
covered
many.
in-
It's not like too loud. It's not god awful,
I don't know. Sometimes, Johnny, when they're covered in ink, man, that is so sexy. I got to tell you.
By the way, in the comments, gentlemen, tell us: do you prefer a girl with a lot of ink, moderate ink, or no ink at all? Well, we'd love to hear from you. Let's hear that.
Hey, Johnny, sometimes I like them with no ink too, especially if they got like really sexy skin. If it's, let me just shut up.
You know what's crazy is like I shouldn't be surprised about this, but I always kind of laugh when I see like two people that are married to each other and they're both heavily tattooed, but then like they have a baby, and like baby comes out blank. And I shouldn't be surprised about that, but I think it's funny that I kind of sort of in a weird way am.
Bro, you're wild sometimes, bro. I apologize when Uncle Johnny starts to get a little weird.
I can't help it. I think it's funny. I know, I know, but it's still funny.
I'm messing with you, bro.
No, it is weird though.
Some zero sugar Coke.
All right, I love Coke Zero. It's actually my favorite.
All right. So it says my perfect first date is a coffee and a nice long walk and talk on a nice day or evening.
Bless that bitch.
All right, so nephews, if you've been subscribed to the channels, if you've been watching these shows, if you've been watching our shorts, you would know that these are two of the dates that we tell you to take women on: a coffee date or a walk in a park, duck pond, somewhere like that on a nice day or even an evening.
Whatever promotes conversation and getting to know her, and more importantly, watching her body language as she communicates with you.
Well, and that's just it too, nephews. And that's why taking women to the movies is a bad date. How are you going to get to know her in a more intimate way if you're both sitting there in the dark, not talking to each other?
Yeah, if you want to sit in a dark room, you could spend your Saturday night alone watching movies. You know,
All right, it says, win me over by being real, honest, and not all about jumping in the sack.
Bruh.
I never jump in the sack. I do other stuff, but I don't jump.
Oh, should I tell him? You want to tell him?
I agree. I agree. You should never jump on a bed.
No, I should tell him, right?
Go ahead, Uncle Bill. Get him.
All right, nephews, let me tell you something. You should not be trying to sleep with women, okay? That's actually beneath you. If you have any standards for yourself, trying to sleep with a woman is beneath you. You got to understand something. Through your natural conversation and interaction with these women, you're going to be showing them why they should be sleeping with you. You don't have to try to sleep with them.
They should be trying. Yeah, they're trying to get on. You're right. I mean,
not all about jumping in the sack. Again, this is women telling on themselves. She's used to dealing with needy, desperate, thirsty guys who are led by their libido, who don't have standards, who don't have principles, and who can't stand on business. So
she's already been
she's
already been humped and dumped so many times that this is a point where she's kind of gotten to the point where this is what she puts as her first thing on a dating site. So again, I mean, you might be right, Uncle Bill, and you probably are. And either way, I would have to agree with you, but I think it's for a different reason. Because in this case, when she puts something like that, it does kind of scream to me. I've had too many guys that got at me because I, wanted them to pay attention to me. So we got, we got it on. Never heard from them again. And this kind of thing may have happened over and over and over again to the point where she feels like she's going to have to lead with this on a dating site.
But Johnny,
Stop the cap.
this is the company line on Bumble.
I'm just saying, if it weren't.
Line on Bumble, not looking for a hookup, not looking for friends with benefits, not all about jumping in the sack. And let me tell you why this is cap, nephews, because none of this matters if she's into you. You won't be able to keep her clothed in your presence. It physically will not happen. All right, I'm getting a little upset here.
No, I mean, and that's just it. I think this is a girl who
used to understand that the things that they say publicly are not typically what they respond to, at least in our experience.
Yep.
All right, what else we got here? Together,
now we used to remind you guys that every episode, and you know what? We've fallen off on that. We should probably get back to it, and we apologize.
Hey, Johnny, I like this too. It says, together we could smile, be goofy, and even make grocery shopping a good time.
Bless that bitch.
What am I always saying to our nephews? Take these women on field trips. Take them to the grocery store. Pick out the stuff you want her to cook for you and show her how to cook for you.
And by the way,
it can be a good time. And nephews, if that's your second date, if you're listening to us, if you're following the blueprint, if you have a program and your first date is coffee, the second date is cooking at her crib, it can be very intimate, fun, and playful to be alone in that kitchen with her. So
not to mention
let us know in the comments. Send us a message. We got you, nephews.
not to mention, by the way, when you go to a grocery store such as Aldi or whatever else, if you're going to show her what to cook, unless it's an herb, spice, or a seasoning, it should come from the outside perimeter walls because that's where the coolers are, which means those are perishable food items, and you're a lot more likely to get one ingredient foods. Get your meats, get your produce, and get your starches. And not most importantly, know how to cook them and use them towards your goals, fitness-wise, and everywhere else, energy-wise.
Johnny, thank you for giving them the game on that because, we don't often talk about that. But nephews, you guys should be heavily monitoring your diet. And Johnny said something key there. He said one ingredient items. You really got to look at the labels at a lot of stuff you buy. Like my favorite kind of rice is the jasmine rice, where jasmine rice is the only ingredient in it. So,
and by the way, jasmine rice is not the name of a stripper, just so you guys know.
Hey, shout out to all the strippers named Jasmine Rice out there.
We love you, Jasmine.
Yeah, Jasmine with the E, Jasmine without the E. I love you both, boo.
But young men, we joke, but the reason I say this is develop a good exercise and diet regimen in your 20s, because I'm going to tell you what, it was a pain in the ass for me to develop one in my 30s, and I have clients who I have been working my rear end off trying to help get to that point in their 40s. The earlier you develop good habits, the longer they stay with you, and the better off you're going to be later in life. You want longevity? Learn to eat right and exercise early on, please.
All right, Johnny. So I'm really thinking about swiping on her. I like the grocery shopping. I like the going for a coffee or taking a walk. I mean, she's a little old for me. She's our age, but
I feel like she could hold her own in a conversation, though.
All right, I'm gonna swipe on her and see what happens. If I match with her, we get a conversation. That's 2, bro.
There we go.
Let me check the next one.
All right.
Wow.
I'm getting better at remember that, folks. Now, remember, what Bill is doing right now is he's screening profiles, because not only should you not be swiping right on profiles who have their children, especially with their entire face exposed in the picture, we shouldn't even be showing you the possibility that you could swipe right on them, because that's not something you should be looking at. I mean, people who are willing to put their children's actual faces and identities on a profile, I'm not going to judge the type of people they are. I'm just going to say that the action itself is not the smartest one to take.
Okay, well, it's a naivete for certain.
It is. It is. I mean, it's not. It doesn't make you a bad person. I just think it's not a very good idea.
Well, you got to understand these are public dating profiles, and yes, these women are not anticipating. The men out there's favorite uncles putting it out there to all their nephews, teaching them what to look for, what to run from. They're not anticipating any of that.
And these things are being looked at by guys who are already lonely. I'm just saying, just please think if you do that.
Johnny, look, I got kids, and I got to tell you, the women that I meet and match with on Bumble would never have access to my children. So there's no reason for me to take pictures with me to kids and put it on my profile. There's no reason for me to mention that I'm a single father. There's no reason for me to mention any of that. Basically, I'm very busy. I do have parental responsibilities constantly. I do work full time. I am a show creator. I am a podcaster, bro. We are.
He is William the Conqueror.
I am, bro. And I am conquering YouTube right now. Shout out to me. So, at any rate.
All right. Anyway.
All of this, what I'm trying to tell you is that just because a woman is dating me doesn't mean she's going to date my children, see my children, have access to them, or meet them. So that should be the same for her. Just because I'm dating a woman doesn't mean I'm dating her children. So I don't care if a woman has children or not. I'm good with dating single moms. In fact, nephews, I love single moms. They know how to cook for you. They have the best fruit snacks. They pay attention to detail. I'm telling you, single moms are the best. But I understand how some of you young men could be a little hesitant with that. So as long as she is able to separate her parental responsibilities from her intimate time with you, you should not have a problem with her being a mom. And look, really, come on, nephews, let's talk some real talk here. You really want a woman that's going to be around you constantly and wonder what you're doing all the time? Or do you want a woman that's got her life somewhat structured together, has other things to do, and only wants to see you every now and then? Look, for me, it's the latter. I would rather have a woman that has things to do, has a career, has children, and I fit into the puzzle every now and then. Because I'm so busy, I'm not trying to give one woman all that time and attention, nephews. I'm putting all that time and attention into me.
Yeah. And that's just it. Gentlemen, young men especially, because I fell for this not once but twice. Do not fall for the whole, well, we're a package deal. If you're dating me, you're dating them. No, for the first 12 months, you are not dating anybody but her. And if she doesn't like that, the fact of the matter is, that is why we have a vetting process. And then you vet her out and you move on. This is not a package deal, especially not from day one. Maybe from day 366 if she's lucky. But at that point, I would say that she is going to have to go through a lot of vetting. If you wouldn't let her meet your children at that stage of the relationship, you should not be meeting hers. You need to know what kind of a person she is and not allow the presence of her children, as adorable as they may be, to sway your decision as to whether or not to pursue this relationship. No, it doesn't have to be a package deal. That's why baby daddies are around. And if she picked one that didn't stick around, that might not be her fault, but it's also not yours. And you were the one who walked into the situation. You didn't sleep with either person in this situation going in. So the point of the matter is that no, for the first 12 months, there is no such thing as a package deal, whether it's you who have the kids or she who has the kids. It's not a package deal until you decided to make a partnership out of it. And young men, especially 25 and younger, make sure that make sure that you are taking the amount of time and using the amount of intellect and watching her actions and her body language and all of those things and understanding, and always bottom lining it by asking yourself this: does someone who plans to be an efficient and effective partner with me for the rest of my life do this or do something else? The thing she just did, does somebody do that if they are interested in being my partner or if they are interested in being an individual?
Hey, nephews, we talk about the vetting process every single time we are live, and how essential it is to vet the women that you have allowed into your life. Because both Johnny and I can attest to what happens when you don't properly vet the women that you allow in your life. Don't make the same mistakes we did, nephew. Set boundaries right.
Like we are literally begging you.
Set boundaries right from the very beginning. Don't try to enforce boundaries 3 months later out of fear. Don't do that. If you have these boundaries right when you meet them, they're either with it or they're not. And if they're not with it, nephews, they're doing you a favor. Let them.
And Bill, you give them what send off?
What's that?
You give them what send off if that's the case. You say,
blessings on your journey. Best of luck in your endeavors. It's all love here. You're a great woman. You're just not the right woman for me. So, and you have to be able to do that, nephews. You have to be able to do that several times over at times.
Yep. And it's going to suck. I mean, more often than not, it's going to suck when you have to do that. But remember, this is your future, and this is your legacy at stake.
Now, if you have problems cutting women loose and you don't know how to do that, let us know in the comments. Shoot us a message. We will tell you, look, I'll make a whole video and upload it to my channel, nephews, the best ways to break it off with women.
Yep.
So, in fact, that's a great idea, Johnny. I think I need to start working on that. The best ways to break up with a woman, because as men, we conduct ourselves with respect and integrity at all times. And you could do that even when you wish a woman blessings on her journey, nephews.
And gentlemen, if you need me to, I can share with you the worst ways, which I hope I never see any of you do.
All right. And do me another favor, nephews. While you're at it, I want you, each and every one of you, go to Johnny Dumbbell's bio or link in the bio and subscribe to his channel. I'm trying to get my dude up to 100 subs. He's always out here giving y'all the game. He don't take days off like me. He don't get tired. We're out here trying to help you all become better men and the best versions of yourself that you're willing to become. Because let me tell you something, nephews, if you don't put the work in, it's not going to happen for you.
You know, Bill flatters me, and he's very, very humble. But let me assure you guys, this guy works 6 days. This guy works 6 days a week, just like I do.
Shout out
All
to
right,
Kevin.
we
I got 6 jobs, and I don't get tired, bro.
nope.
Next up, Johnny, we got
one more to get.
Who's 48. I'm just a girl looking for her person. I want a real life monogamous situation.
I was going to put my glasses on, but I thought better of it.
Yeah. Not interested in an open relationship or casual sex. Hold on. Johnny, that just said not interested in an open relationship or casual sex. Should I do it? Should I cue it up? All right, Johnny, I'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
Why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying. Why?
All right, not Christian and not MAGA.
I mean, here's the thing. If you listen, if you're a lefty, if you're a righty, I don't really care. The thing of it is that I haven't even met you yet. I don't even know if I like you. What do I care about your political views? That's a deeper part of you. I want to know whether or not I like you as a person. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're communist. I want to know if I like you. I want to know how you treat me. Because if I like you and you treat me right, and we can vibe and we can get along, getting to know your political and religious views should be something that we get past. We get to later on. Once I've gotten past whether or not I'm attracted to you mentally, emotionally, and biologically in the first damn place. But no, you wanted to throw that out there in your first paragraph and be like, oh no, I simply can't handle anybody who doesn't think like me. No, you know what? Swipe left. And you know what? If her views were right, I don't care whether they're left or right. If she was going to say it either way, I don't want to hear your political views in the third sentence of your first paragraph of me not even really knowing you, just seeing a page. No, this is like an advertisement saying, hey, buy our product. It's way too expensive and it sucks. No, get rid of this. Go left. Come on, man.
All right. Well, look, I'm ready to swipe left right now, but I'm trying to give the nephews the game, and I need you guys to understand something. In my opinion,
I don't like right wing. I don't like right wing nuts either.
Right. Well, it's the thing. It says she's liberal, but she's being very conservative in her liberal views. So that tells me she's
Well, yeah,
right.
but
So,
that's what CNN told her to
if
do.
you're liberal, why are you saying no this and no that? And okay, but look, here's the thing.
Yeah, what happened to the tolerance?
I'm not, nephews. Let me give you the game on this. I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am
All right.
an American. So I know that there are factions within America that just want to see us divided against each other. So they want to divide us by race, religion, sexual preference, income, any way they can. They want us fighting with each other and arguing with each other, so we're not worried about what they're doing. So when I come across a woman who's so hyper focused on what's going on politically, that tells me a few things. That tells me how easily she influenced she is by the media, and it also tells me she's just not the right woman for me. So out of respect for the nephews watching this, we'll go through this profile, but we've already seen the company line here. She wants a monogamous relationship, not casual sex. And I'm seeing things that just make me not interested in her as a person. So I'm good at this point. And this is why I like the bio. I like it when they put this stuff in here because my time is the most important resource I have, nephews. And I know not to waste it with men here. All right, let's see what else we got. It says, I show I care by telling them I value them and doing things to make them happy. I like cooking for people. Well, Johnny, I got to give her a half a point there.
Bless that bitch.
I love
Yeah,
a
but I
woman
got
who
a feeling.
cooks for me.
I got a feeling that when she cooks for you, she's going to be asking you 3 times over the next 24 hours to say thank you.
All right, so pros and cons of dating me, they are both the same answer. My mouth. Nephews, let me give you a little bit of game here. A lot of women have smart mouths. A lot of women will talk crazy to men, but they are not going to do that to men they're into. They wouldn't dare talk crazy to a man they're into because that man they're into might just decide to leave them alone and never mess with them again because of that mouth. So
The good news is, if you didn't weed her out here, you'll probably weed her out pretty quick after that.
Well, bro, the thing is that mouth she's talking about, she ain't gonna, she's not gonna bat. She will hold her tongue. She will bite her tongue rather than bat at me because I'll leave her and never speak to her again, bro.
Bruh.
Okay. Hey,
Of all the things a mouth could do,
I'll give her. I'll give her a little half a point here. It says, if I cooked you dinner, it would be homemade lasagna with sauce I made from scratch.
Bless that bitch.
all
I
right.
love a woman who can cook. Hey, women get bonus points from me if they own aprons. If I go over to their house and there is an apron hanging up that they've used recently, especially for baking, not just cooking, yeah, I'm in.
Let's see, here's the only issue that I have, though. Our purple-haired mermaid here, she has already gone and thrown her political views and her religious views out there. So, I mean, we're showing you guys what we see aside from that. But this is, for me, this is a left swipe, or as Randy Jackson would say, that's gonna be a no from me, dog.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to go left on this one. But hey, if some of you have the same political and religious views as her, might be a good problem. I mean, she's going to cook for you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny.
Should make you feel bad for disagreeing with her, but she makes a hell of a fried chicken.
I think we're going to do 1 or 2 more tonight and then wrap it up.
Yeah. We got 2 so far. We might get 1
We
more.
got 2 so far. If I
Dude,
can
how
get
many times
30
have we gotten 1 on the last try?
You know, there was
Heck,
one.
we always
like
get 3 on the last try.
We hit for 6, and I kept hitting and hitting.
That was crazy.
We were trying to wrap it up, and it was like, this is the last one. Nope, swipe. This is the last one. Nope, swipe. All
Dude,
right,
I'm not even that good at bowling.
nephews. We got Larissa. She's 40. She's a grocery clerk. I'm fairly new to the whole dating app thing, but after taking a break from them, I'm trying this one out again for the second time, testing out the waters and slowly putting myself back out there to see if I find anything worth my time.
I mean, first and foremost, the thing that I'm going to say is a girl who's been repeatedly striking out on a dating app online. I mean, give that a thought before you even look at the rest of her pictures.
Yeah, the second time thing I don't like.
And I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably the third.
Now, Johnny, I've had my Bumble profile for probably close to 2 years. I've never taken it down. We use this thing all the time. So I can't really talk, but the second time, I don't know. Okay, it says, I get fully nervous when I'm put into the spotlight, and my character flaw is I get quiet when I'm upset or mad. And I don't see any pictures on here, so there might not be any other pictures.
I have yet to meet the woman who doesn't do that very thing in that very situation.
Get quiet when upset or mad?
Yep.
Oh, no, bro.
Well, initially.
Sometimes, hey, no, I better just shut up.
No, hey,
No, sometimes certain types of women crash out. There's no getting quiet when they get upset or mad. You are going to know they're mad. You're going to hear about it and you're going to feel it. And you better just grab her and kiss her on the forehead and say, look, I know you're upset, but it's going to be okay.
either that or so here, guys. In the comments below, do you think it's better? And I'm only going to give you these two choices because Bill gave you a good option here, but assume you couldn't do that. You have two options: A, tell her to calm down, or B, get the hell out of there without saying a word. Like wait till she goes to the bathroom and take off.
Hey, Johnny, don't set them up for failure like that.
Bruh.
Hey, look, because
like that.
because if you chose B,
uncles, and you're really gonna tell these nephews that they need to tell a woman to calm down?
it was a joke, dude. What I'm trying to
hey,
the thing with this, if you chose A or B, you're
don't ever
why you got to ruin my joke, Bill?
Damn. No, look, I'll give him the game on this since you're trolling him, Johnny. Women pick up on your energy. Okay, yes, she might get upset, she might be mad, but you need to stay calm in the face of her anger. If she's at an 8 or a 9, you need to be at a 3. And you need to pull her back down to like a 4, at least a 5 from that 8 or that 9 with your energy. You got to stay calm, cool, and complacent. You don't get upset. You don't raise your voice. You don't start talking faster with her trying to match her pace. No, you slow it down and let her know you're not about that nonsense. And it ain't going down like that.
I will say this: if it does get too out of pocket, it is okay to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take off, and I'll give you a call and see, when we get together again."
Hey, I love that. Hey, nephews, here's what I say. Okay, I'm going to get up on out of here. I'm going to let you know.
Yeah, you don't tell her, hey, Brandy, you're right. You don't tell her to calm down. But what you do say is, hey, look, I'm going to take off. Let's get together a little bit later this week, and maybe we can talk about what happened today.
All right, Johnny, the only picture she has is this one. This tells me a few things. A lot of women snap pictures of themselves all day long with their camera. So she's not uploading them. That means that she has a lack of what?
Inhibition, number one.
I was going to say self-confidence, that she's not a very confident woman if she can only find one picture in her whole camera roll that she likes of herself.
Either that or she doesn't think she needs to put that much effort forward because she thinks that's that good of a picture, which, I mean, hey, for some guys it might be.
All right, well, I'm going to pass on Larissa here, nephews. That's not my time.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me see what we got going on with Sarah.
All right, Sarah, here we go.
Hold on, let me check out the comments. Sorry, when I'm on the other screen, I can't see the comments in here.
Oh, I addressed it. We're good.
Brady said, don't tell her to calm down.
No, I was kidding. No, you don't do that. Well, what you do is you say, hey, look, maybe we should get together a different time this week. Apparently, this is not a good night.
She says you're just asking for trouble. Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, definitely never say that. It's like trying to baptize a cat while convincing it that it's for its own good. Yeah.
Brandy, thank you for giving our nephews the game. Nephews, you heard it from a woman herself. Calm down. Don't ever do that. Do that through your presence, your cadence, your tone, your presence. You have the ability to calm them down when you have masculine leadership about you. All right, Johnny, let me preview this one. Yeah. All right, let's run it. Okay, can you see Sarah, 47?
Yep.
Johnny, you see the profile? Okay. Now, first thing I notice about Sarah is there is no bio. So it does say she drinks socially. And what I do like here, nephews, check this out. I like women who are honest. This says she's looking for something casual.
Bless that bitch.
What I got 2 already, Johnny?
We do have 2, and
My
not much of a bio. Yeah, but I think for the sake of goal setting and the fact that she is kind of cute, and
I do find her attractive. What can I say? I like blondes too.
yeah, I mean, like,
And I
I
like
hate to admit,
honest.
I hate to admit, blondes have more fun, but like we're
I have a physical type that I'm attracted to, but I really like honesty in women. And I love to
yeah,
step out
well,
of my comfort zone,
if not honesty, at least
especially when it
openness.
comes
Yeah,
to a woman's energy. Like if
yeah,
I like Sarah's energy here, I'll come out my comfort zone a little bit for her.
yeah.
All right. My personal hell is this app making me answer this question.
Oh God.
I gotta say, I really don't like that.
Yeah, no, that's
And that's all she put in there.
man.
Johnny,
She
I
talked
don't know
herself
if
right out of a white.
I
For me, she talked herself out of a right swipe.
I was about to swipe right on her. And then nothing. And we talk about this, the standards that we have as a man, standards when it comes to dating. We talk about how everybody wants to be a man till it's time to be one. Well, my standard is that I don't swipe right on women who don't put effort into their profile, who
No.
just upload a couple pictures from their camera roll and then say some bullshit about their personal hell. Is this app making me answer this question? Sarah,
Right.
if I met you at the bar, we'll probably have a drink, boo, but I'm just respect myself too much to swipe on you. We're going to pass on you.
And young men, don't think that she doesn't think about the fact that you swiped right on her without her saying a damn thing to you. Don't think that she hasn't noticed that all she did was put up pictures with nothing to say and you still swiped right. So don't think that she doesn't know that when you go out on that first date with her, that she can't manipulate you instead of getting coffee or drinks into getting dinner, into going to a concert, into going to something. That this is exactly what you need to look out for. This is a woman who believes that her looks are so good that she doesn't need to talk. She doesn't need to open her mouth. Or worse yet, she knows better than to open her mouth because she's afraid you might figure out that she's, not the brightest crayon in the box. Either way, she doesn't feel like you. Not only does she not feel like you specifically are worth the effort, she doesn't even feel like finding any guy in general on this app is worth the effort. And you have to read between the lines and say, what does that tell you? That tells you this is an extra line she throws out there in case there's a foodie call she can grab or whatever else there might be.
I also think she doesn't respect a lot of you guys very much if she's not willing to genuinely put herself out there, because she's not putting herself out there. All right, look, we're going to do one more profile tonight, and this is basically the same thing as the last one, but hey, I want to show you, nephews, what this is, this game is, this dating game is. Okay, we got Angela. Angela's 35. No bio. Rarely drinks. Good for her. Cool. Some pictures from her camera roll. That's it. That's all the effort Angela needs to put into dating, y'all.
You imagine if that's all guys ever did?
Couple pictures.
We'd cease to exist as a species eventually.
Nephew, this woman is 35. This tells me that she's lonely because she's on this app. She probably doesn't have a date for this weekend, but she probably has a cat she likes very much. And she's probably fine with not going anywhere or doing anything but hanging out with the cat or the dog.
Yeah.
There's nothing about in here that shows me that I would have a good time with her. So I'm going to pass on this one. And
I think she's looking for the desperate ones. Yeah.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Now, I think we're good here. We've been running for a little over an hour. I found two that
We tried like hell. We did.
We found some teachable moments for our nephews, and that's the key to every single episode. We want to give them the game on how they should be moving as men. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here for the night and come back Monday night with an Ask Your Favorite Uncles. Get your questions into Johnny while you can. And remember,
I got one more, maybe two more slots.
I'm live streaming my tattoo appointment on TikTok tomorrow, and I will be posting the link on all my social media sites before I go live, so y'all can tap into my TikTok and watch me get my stomach tatted up.
And thanks, guys. That's all we got for tonight. Thanks for watching, and make sure you tune in on Monday night. We got some good questions already. We're going to get some more good questions coming in. Now, the weekend's coming, so we will not be there to give you advice or bail you out of jail if you get yourselves in trouble. So remember, if you drink, don't drive. And if you drive, don't park, because accidents cause people. Good night.